What up, guys? It is Friday, and I have my Perry the Platypus shirt on. I am a huge fan of Phineas and Ferb. You guys know that. And, just like Phineas and Ferb, the fun has begun. It's not summer, but it is still a coronavirus outbreak type of craziness. So, my question to you is, what are we going to do today? Right? And or I know what we're going to do today. And those are the kind of things that I always want us to think about, guys, because the biggest thing is during this time of season when we're not able to go out and about like we were, or not engaging with our friends like we're used to. We got to find other ways, right? And that's the cool thing about this whole process. Even if a lot of economic situations are going on, a lot of struggle, families are struggling with trying to figure out, hey, what's going to happen? My job is at stake here, and I can't work from home because I have other things going on. And that's tough, and we all understand that, and it's not something to be taken light of. But it's also something that we will get through this, and I want to encourage you. We will get through this. Our country is very strong. Our people are very strong. The people that make up this country, and that's one of the things about learning history, guys. Learn history because you see how things dip, and then how they struggle up, and then how they really excel and do what they are supposed to do. And guys, that is history, and that's why we study history. That's why it was so important to study that history that we have. And as we've talked about before, history is cyclical, right? It goes in cycles, and so that's really important. So here's your announcement for today. Make sure, please, that you are responding, if at all possible, to at least one or two announcements, whether it's a today in history, or send me an email. Several of you I have not heard from yet, and I want to make sure you're okay. So I sent you an email today. Please make sure you check it. But also come on to the Zoom. All right, that's we had one of those yesterday. We will have another one on Monday at 1 o'clock. So we'll get that going. Really enjoyed seeing your smiley faces and crazy topic stuff. We'll have a good topic to discuss as well on Monday. Again, I do keep a log on contacts, and so make sure you at least send me back an email if you got one today, or in your announcements, write something about the day in history, something. Okay. I have also set up a cell phone remind thing. It's basically through Google Voice, and so if you dial that number, it will text me or it'll call me. And so I definitely want to touch base with you on that. So please make sure you get in touch with me somehow, some way, whatever that case. I do want to make mention, I talked to your math teachers today, and please, if you're having trouble with math, contact them, talk to them, go to their Zooms, go to their places where they can help you with that. Because me, not so much. Still counting on my fingers, right? But for those that are struggling with math, please don't just complain about it. Talk, reach out, and help each other, right? Know that several of you yesterday, you talked about creating video chats, or chats between you guys. Use Zoom. Go ahead and use Zoom to talk amongst yourselves. That really, actually, you can do that. You can set up your own meeting. All right, so do that. Have fun with that. Again, one of the things I want to encourage you as well is find something that interests you. One of the things that Phineas and Ferb do is, like, they're just random things that, hey, I know what we're going to do today, and a lot of it is they see something and they said, well, this is something I want to learn about, or this is something I want to do. And obviously, crazy stuff, but there are some really neat things out there that you can learn. And Udemy, or Udemy, however you want to say it, they've got some great specials right now. Actually, over the summer, I took some Udemy courses, and in learning how to do certain things with online video conferencing and the live streaming, and learned a lot. It was kind of neat, and I got a little certificate and everything. So there's some really good options for you to do that. So check it out. A lot of them right now are offering free classes. Some of them very low cost, but keep yourself occupied. And I joke about doing some of these assignments to keep you out of doing chores, but don't take that to the bank. All right, make sure you're doing your chores too. But also, guys, help each other out. Help people around you. If you see, especially an elderly person, they don't they can't get out much. Ask them, what can I do for you? What can I help you with? We've got to bind together as a community. We've got to go as a group and say we are not going to be beaten down by this thing. We will overcome this, and it's a part of it, and we'll grow closer together as a community. And that's one of the biggest part of history that we will get back together as a community as we have an attitude of we will help each other out. Okay, so that's a very big thing. Remember, learning is a lifelong pursuit. The moment you stop learning, the moment you start dying. Ooh, that's deep. The moment you stop learning is the moment you start dying. And never be afraid to learn, guys. Always learn something new. I am learning something new every single day. Your teachers are having to learn something new every day, especially with this new stuff. We were on a conference call this morning with all of our teachers, and we're learning how to do Zoom. We're learning how to upload our Zoom recordings to YouTube and to Google Drive. We're learning how to interact with this new technology in order to get the stuff and information to you and communicate with you. And so this is the really neat part of this. It's a little scary. It's a little nerve-wracking. We're taking a lot of time, especially if we're not really used to having that process, because you lose that if you don't always constantly engage your learning process and say, hey, whatever it takes, I'm going to learn it. So stuff to look out for. Unit 4 obviously is there. Now, as far as assignments go, all right, next week we're going to start doing a little bit more assignments. Don't stress about it. I'm not going to grade it necessarily. I'm going to give you reflection and comments, okay, because that's important. But the learning process is still there. So we need to have a little bit of staying on task, but we'll get into some fun stuff as well. You can, don't use the assignments to get out of chores. That was just a joke. But make sure that you are ready for your Zoom meeting on Monday. We'll have that, and kind of similar to what we did on the other day. We had, I think it was 24 students, so almost half of your class was in that Zoom. So I'd love to see it more. If you get an opportunity to do that, that's a lot of fun. So one of the things I would like you to complete over the weekend, or it's going to be due by Monday, and the only reason I put a due date there, guys, is because I need it to at least show in your Canvas that something is ready to go and it's due. Okay, this is your week 12 blog. I'm not going to stop the blogs. I still have to grade your blogs, and I'm planning on doing that today and grade the rest of your stuff today. But I'm calling this the Coronavirus Outbreak Special Edition blog. All right. So remember, these blogs are not just to a busy work for Dr. T just to have you do something. All right. The blogs are a record of your life. They are a written record of the feelings, the emotions that you experienced at this time in your life. And you're going to look back on it 20 years from now. And yes, there will be a 20 and there will be a 30, and you're going to look back on this time and go, I lived through a pretty unprecedented time, and this is what I was thinking about. This is what I was experiencing at this time. So they're a great way to help you remember what life was like during this time period. So please make sure you address those as well, and write to me. And again, I will always write back. And I know that I haven't done it this week, but it's been a crazy week. All right, so give me a little bit of benefit of the doubt and a little bit of grace on it. But anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. If you go to a religious organization. I'm assuming a lot of them have decided to go online with what they're doing, and so take a moment to try to go to their services. If you are part of a organization where you go and help, and a lot of times you're not able to help anymore. So find something productive to do this weekend and tell me about it in your blog. What did you do? What did you get involved in? Whether it's learning an instrument, learning a song, writing a poem. I mean, picking your nose. Maybe not tell me that, but find something of interest. Okay, guys, I love you. Stay safe for the weekend. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take care.